These things affect all of us. They impact all of us. This ecocide that we're committing. Roger Hallam, the co-founder or founder of Extinction Rebellion, he is regularly bringing us upbeat posts on how we're all going to die. Here is one of them. He says, update on how you're going to starve. I'm not just bringing this to you from a morbid, like, let's look at how horrific things are, but I'm bringing it to you as a let's get active. Let's keep fighting to do something about this. He says, first up, it's good to read the industry press, Potato News Today. Here's the deal with potatoes. When it rains too much in the spring, you can't plant them, which is what's happening now. I think I don't know which area of the world he's referring to, but I think he's referring to Britain. When it does not rain in the summer, they do not grow, and it's difficult to irrigate big fields of crops. They are difficult to store for more than a year, unlike grains. They are a major source of carbohydrates, stuff that stops you from going hungry. They are a staple. As our food sources begin to collapse, these type of staple foods are going to become more and more important in the climate crisis. But as he's pointing out, the climate crisis will make it incredibly difficult to grow enough potatoes with an increasing population in this world. He says, just about every year now, there is a potato growing crisis for the above reasons. The first time you go hungry will be when the European crop totally fails, combined with a bad year for wheat and rice. The present odds for this, statistics, not unreasonably, would be within 10 years. The climate is not in a quote unquote issue. It's a matter of life or death, your life or death. You decide to resist, or the people in power will continue to organize the death of yourself and your family. It's happening here. It's happening again. These are incredibly important points about the food chain. Now, of course, if you had hydroponic farming in a large way, a ridiculously massive way, you could avoid a certain degree of this. However, we're not cooperating. Nations are not cooperating to do that. We're not putting the money into it to do that. And even if you did that, hydroponic farming for whatever billions of potatoes, I can't even imagine the size of it. It's just a patch on us. It's a symptom, right? It doesn't fix the planet. It just means you might have an extra potato meal a day or something. So, but still, we should be talking about these solutions to the horrific future we're headed towards because of capitalism. Now, he doesn't say the word capitalism. That's not really his thing. But this is how our economics works. There's no financial benefit in them planning 10 years ahead and stopping climate crisis. The financial benefit is in sucking everything out, enriching a tiny number of people, and just leaving everyone else to try and deal with the outcome, with the ramifications, with the tsunami of death spiral, to perfectly mix my metaphors. We're just left to deal with it while the rich get richer and richer. And they assume, and apparently food prices have gone up by about 36% over the past 5 or 10 years, largely because of this, partially because of this. And they're going to keep going up. And the very rich assume they're going to be able to buy their way out of this crisis. Now, they may for a while. Right now, they largely can. Right now, they move to places that are doing better than other places. They're not moving to, the Maldives where the islands are going underwater. They're moving to the places that are dealing with it less, but they're not going to be able to buy their way out of it forever. Roger Hallam also posted about the Atlantic Ocean circulation collapse. It will be impossible to grow food in North Europe. Temperatures would drop 3 to 8 degrees Celsius, enough to have the land, cut in half the land where you could grow wheat. And then this other person, I thought this was interesting, posted that in Finland 2023, because of a hot and dry summer and a wet autumn, it's been an exceedingly bad harvest. The harvest total has been down 24%, cereals down 41%, vegetables down 16%, fruit down 19%, animal husbandry down 6%, and nobody's talking about it. These things affect all of us. They impact all of us. This ecocide that we're committing by living in an economic system that just eviscerates everything. We need to be talking about it. We need to be planning. We need to get rid of the sociopaths at the top. We need to create and evolve into new systems all of those things. Step one is to greatly cut back animal agriculture, with the number one industry cause of greenhouse gases and deforestation. Another one is to end fossil fuel use, which the United States never will, because it's why our money has value. The petrodollar. And it's amazing that even the people you think are so outside the box, they're independent media, they're outside traditional thinkers, even many of them refuse to get near the petrodollar, which is kind of like, it's mind-blowing to me. I don't know who told them they can't say it if they're on independent media. I don't know why they have to suppress themselves. I don't know if they just choose to be ignorant of the reality of it, but it's just incredibly frustrating that they continue to avoid one of the most important topics as to why the United States, why we've committed about half of all our invasions, or maybe more, why we continue to not actually push in a real way for a green, sustainable future. Yes, it's capitalism, but it's capitalism tied to the petrodollar.